Greetings, ladies and germs of planet Earth and beyond. King Zero Phoenix here, and welcome back to Saurian. That's the rain. If memory serves, last time around we had just tried to come killing an Archaeoraptor, while at the same time avoiding the subadult and adult Dakota Raptors nearby. You'd think that since we're from the same species they'd leave us alone, but nope. Cannibalism. The fact is, most creatures, regardless of their herbivore or carnivore, rarely live to adulthood. In order to ensure their own survival, they're not above eating juveniles of their own kind, even if it's their own children. I see you. Nice, I got it. More Dakota Raptors. Anyway, I need to get a drink now. Love the sounds in this game. Not that any of you are interested, but just a heads up, I can finally hear out of this ear now again. I had to see the ear doctor today, and it turns out there was a whole massive glob of wax that was like compressed near to my eardrum. That's why my hearing was so muffled. Cleaning your ears is no easy task. You know what I need? An industrial-grade vacuum like the one the doctor used. That's the only real way to clean out your ears. Unless it's too big, but... If I remember correctly, I remember an old cartoon from my youth actually had its own ear cleaner where you squirt some sort of weak acidic solution into your ear to dissolve the wax. Of course, acid in the ear, that's just begging for trouble. I understand that, but not all acids are completely lethal. If you've ever been in school biology, you should know the pH scale. If it's the closest the acid is to 7, like say its pH balance is a 6, it's a relatively weak acid. Our stomach acid is actually ranked number 2 on the pH scale. And the only acid I can think of stronger than that, fictitious as it may be, the acidic blood of a xenomorph from the Alien franchise. I'm pretty sure I brought this up before, but since their own skin and insides are immune to their own acid, what would happen if the xenomorph was sprayed with a base solution, like something that had a pH balance of 14, a pure base? Since their skins are used to acids and not bases, if it got splashed with a base solution, chances are its skin may dissolve. Of course, it's only a theory, and it's not like we have any real way of testing it out. And if you ask me, I honestly don't think the film franchises would ever try that. Can't really give humans too much of an advantage over the xenomorphs. Otherwise, they'd lose their terrifying factor. Okay, the music just changed. I don't like this. There's no large predators around. But I don't really get what the dramatic change. Alright, it's getting late. Night-night. Donnie is going to be so dehydrated when he wakes up. I'm awake and now I'm close to dying of thirst. I see some crocodilians in the distance. Thankfully, nothing around to kill me. Yet. Eyes open at all times. Just for simplicity's sake. Alright, hydrated. Food. Nah. I spy a lizard over there, but I think that's the poisonous kind. Too risky. Be mindful of the surroundings. Lots of creatures you have to come down to drink eventually. And as we all know, the closer you get to water, the larger things tend to get. We've seen a few Rexes in the past, but thankfully none of them have bothered us. That being said, there's also the Archaeoraptors we have to worry about. Not to mention the older Dakota Raptors. As long as we watch the water and keep our noses up, we should be safe. Oh, shnikes! Crocodilians. That's their signature thing, the ambush technique. They always wait at the edge of the water, waiting for something to come down to drink, and then pounce! That's how many a zebra, water buffalo, and everything else in between has been dragged to their deaths. Well, I have no intention of ending up someone's lunch anytime soon. Speaking of which, I don't get something to eat soon, I am gonna be dead. Hmm? It's that lizard. That thing is venomous. Poaching that thing would be a mistake. Just slow it down a little, just to regain my strength. That music hasn't disappeared. Not getting anything. But if I keep moving, I'm bound to find something eventually. Speaking of, that reminds me, I'm pretty sure most, if not all of you, have seen the new Jurassic World trailer has just come out. And I can tell this is gonna be epic. Let's see. Just like the original movies, 4 years has passed since the initial incident. But now they had to outrun a volcano? The prehistoric Pompeii, huh? Even if they could. And I saw a Carnotaurus in there. Of course, it didn't last. Compared to the T-Rex, that thing is nothing but a wimp. Still, though, it's interesting. All this vegetation everywhere and not a single morsel to eat. Hmm? Okay, I'm starting to get hungry. Nothing's around. Yet, what's with the intense music? Wait, was that? Nice! Isn't really much to go on, but hey, it's better than nothing. Keep looking. Full. I see the music also changes depending on my health meters. I'm fully satisfied for now, just gotta keep myself alive. It said in the achievement, as a juvenile, I could kill an Archaeoraptor. Given that they're only slightly larger than I am, I really don't think that's a smart move. Plus, if you've seen my last video, you know how much of a pain they are. That mounting technique I'm supposed to use, it's just too difficult to use. I can never get the timing right, and plus they always tend to bite me and kill me before I even get a chance to land it. There really needs to be a sort of lock-on feature for that to utilize it better. There's a scent trail in that direction. Is that? I think that's another Dakota Raptor. I'd better not stick around, though. It may be a juvenile, but still. Parents will protect their offspring up to a certain point, and I don't want to be around when Mother comes back. I'm amazed sometimes I'm amazed there even were adults present when these guys hatched. Most of the times when dinosaurs have to hatch and lay eggs, they usually actually won't eat for months until the eggs actually hatch. As a result, the parents can sometimes often starve to death, which ends up with their eggs unprotected. But still, that kind of dedication to raising an offspring, ensuring that your next generation is able to survive, that's something that can't be altered. It's like pre-programmed into our DNA. Away from the water. A brief stop. Onward. Strolling and strolling and strolling. I can't even begin to imagine what their thought process was like when these creatures were alive. I know, as far as we know, they couldn't think on the same wavelengths as us, but still something had to be going through their minds. It's my opinion that all creatures are self-aware to a certain extent. I'm not feeling particularly lucky this moment. Wait. Okay, is everyone else confused? Oh, there it is. Uh-oh. I'm in trouble. Ugh. That wasn't so bad. Still didn't give me the achievement, huh? Guess I can't actually have to use that mounting attack. Kinda stupid in my opinion, since it's almost impossible to do. Not to mention it's it's difficult to try and balance myself while I'm trying to make a kill. Oh well, survival of the fittest. Eat up, little one. I know most creatures only eat till they're full, but in this particular case, I can't let all this food go to waste. Especially since we all know the smell of dead prey attracts predators of any size. That wasn't as hard as I thought it was gonna be. Let's see now. Away from the shoreline. Whoa. Makes sense that I can't smell them. Going through water masks another creature's scent. Nice. And this is basically how all creatures keep themselves alive, even our modern mammals. That's all they do. Eat, drink, sleep, repeat. As far as I'm aware, there's no mating feature in this game yet, which I'm pretty sure they're going to have to implement at some point. Because doing all this to make it to adult and not leaving behind a new generation, kinda counterproductive to how nature actually works, don't you think? Let's see. Yep, I'm already past age 2. Age 2. Probably by our standards. But then again, these creatures were designed to become full-grown in a matter of months. Strange. Other creatures take months. Only a matter of few months. That's a few years at the most to reach full size, yet it takes us humans several decades before that happens. I guess because as we humans developed a higher brain capacity and we didn't aren't as threatened by predators as we used to, we could afford to mature at a much slower rate than others. Moving on. I haven't seen much of any other creatures around. Strange. Oh, it's a bird. Think I can get it? Huh! I actually got it. Eyes on the water. This is how life goes on. Those birds are extremely tricky to catch, you know. Only a few times when I was a hatchling myself, I decided to stick around my mother. On the mother, I was able to catch a bird. But you know what? As much as I'd love to continue this, I am afraid this is gonna go too long and I don't want to bore you guys. So I'm actually gonna have to end this episode right here. Not bad, huh? Well, at least we didn't die. Not even once. Anyhow, thank you everybody so much for joining me on this little adventure. Hit the like button to let me know you enjoyed it, subscribe if you're interested in seeing more, and share any opinions you may have with me down in the comments below. And until next time, this is King Zero Phoenix signing off. Laters! Sorry, hang on. Now, laters!